Trump Carthyism, the truth behind the White House speech. The 5 explosive allegations on the 16th of July, 2026 President, Trump delivered a rare, aggressive national address from the White House. He leveled 5 major accusations. China secretly obtained 220 million voter records. China used all means to ensure his loss in 2020. Declassified intel suggests illegal ballots were made for Biden. Deep state agents suppressed these leads, and therefore, the 2020 election was stolen. He stitched these claims together to frame the CPC as the mastermind behind his loss. The magic of narrative contradiction, paradoxically, while condemning China, Trump simultaneously posted photos on Truth Social showing his friendly past visits with Xi Jinping. This left many wondering if he had split personality or was planning a total break with Beijing. However, his logic is clear. He doesn't hate China. He desperately needs the CPC as a political tool for the summer of 2026. The true domestic target, despite the fierce anti-China rhetoric, Trump's speech didn't call for new sanctions or tariffs. Instead, it culminated in a demand for Congress to pass a domestic election bill. This is a political magic trick where the blade is pointed at domestic opponents, while the words are directed at Beijing. Debunking the logic chain Trump's narrative relies on a word game that glues 4 unrelated things together. China's long-term data collection, intercepted leads of potential interference, vague reports of internal discussions about fake IDs, and his own conclusion that the election was stolen. Logically, data collection is not the same as manipulating votes, and internal discussions do not equal actual implementation. Intelligence Reality vs. Rhetoric Official 2021 Intelligence Assessments stated clearly that no foreign power altered the 2020 election results. While China may have considered action, most agencies concluded they deemed it too risky and did not proceed. Trump is simply reheating 5-year-old scraps of data to create a conspiracy theory for his MAGA base. Trump's two-China strategy in Trump's political dictionary. There are 2 Chinas. The first is the negotiation China, where Xi is a strongman friend, used to secure trade deals and farm orders. The second is the campaign China, a rule breaker used to explain domestic failures like inflation and illegal immigration. These 2 narratives coexist to serve different audiences. One for diplomacy, one for votes. The catalyst, NYSE Democratic primaries. The immediate trigger for this speech was the 23rd of June Democratic primary in New York, where radical left-wing candidates won big. This terrified Republicans who realized communist infiltration would be a powerful slogan for the 2026 midterms. Trump's team is now using anti-communism as a total narrative to avoid answering for his own governing record. The SAFE Act and voter suppression. The ultimate policy goal of this rhetoric is the SAFE Act, which requires proof of citizenship, like birth certificates or passports, to vote. While it sounds reasonable, it is a tool for voter suppression, targeting low-income, rural, and minority voters who lack these documents. This allows Trump to 定向, targetedly suppress Democratic turnout. The emergence of Trump Carthyism, a new political era, Trump Carthyism, is surfacing. Similar to McCarthyism in the 1950 seconds, Trump is expanding the definition of communist, equating policy opponents with traitors and using state machinery to suppress them. Anyone who opposes him can now be labeled a communist or a tool of foreign interference. Conclusion: China as the perfect witness. China is not the target of punishment, but the witness needed to justify domestic rule changes. Trump doesn't want to fight China. He wants to use its ghost to explain his potential 2026 failures. Like McCarthy before him, Trump is dismantling the foundations of the state machine for personal gain, risking a power ruin for the sake of one last gamble.